All right, so we are looking at the worksheet 10.1 and 10.2 translations. And this is, we're going to kind of approach it like notes and go through it together because a lot of this is new to you except finding the vertex. So comparing each of the functions with the graph of y equals x squared, that's called your parent function, that basic quadratic function. We are going to find the vertex of the graph and compare it. So in order to find the vertex, and I'm not going to do this on every single one of them, but remember, in order to find the vertex, we do negative b over 2a. So that would be negative 0 over 2 times 1 because a is 1. So that would give us 0. And then in order to find the y value, we plug it back in and solve for y. So y equals 0 squared plus 3, which is y equals 3. So our vertex is 0, 3. And like I said, I'm not going to find that on every single one of these because we should know how to do that by now. But what I am going to go over with you is how to decide what change is happening to the function if you were to graph it. So in this case, we have x squared plus 3. So that plus 3 on the end tells us that this graph moves up 3. Okay, so number 2, and what I want you to do is kind of pause to find your vertex and then come back and check your answer with the vertex. And I want you to do that every time. So our vertex in this case equals 0, negative 6. And then that minus 6 at the end means that this moves down 6. Okay, so here pause and do your vertex. For your vertex, you should get 0, 0. And then that 1/2 in the front, it does the same thing when we've worked with this before. So if you have a fraction as your coefficient in front of x squared, that would cause a vertical shrink. I should say a number between 0 and 1 is going to cause a vertical shrink. Number 4, your vertex is 0, 0. And that whole number right here in front of x squared is going to cause the opposite. It's going to cause a vertical stretch. All right, so number 5, you are going to get a vertex of 0, 1. Okay, so several things are happening here. You have a negative in front of your x squared, so that's going to cause a reflection, and it's going to be a reflection on the x-axis. Okay, second, you have a 3 there, so that's going to cause a vertical stretch. And then last, you have that plus 1. So this is also going to move up 1. Okay, number 6, your vertex, 0, negative 4. We have 3 movements going on here too, or translations is what you should call them. We have that 1/3 is going to cause a vertical shrink. The negative is going to cause a reflection on the x-axis. And the minus 4 is going to cause it to move down 4. Okay, so the next part is compare the graphs and find the vertex. So we're essentially doing the same exact thing, except these problems look a little bit different. So notice this has a parentheses, x minus 3, and then a plus 5 at the end. This actually makes it extremely simple to find your vertex. What this does